Can Eddie Brock keep the codexes away from Cletus Kasady and stave off the resurrection of Null? Well, let's hop into the pages of Absolute Carnage issue number 4, the penultimate issue of this event, and find out. Alrighty then, so picking up from where the last issue left off, the Venom symbiote had left longtime partner Eddie Brock behind to instead hook up with the Hulk, viewing its old partner as too weak. You know what, with the whole recent infatuation with protecting his son Dylan, who he still not has had the courage to actually reveal to be his father just yet. This still might not be enough though to turn the tide of battle against the bad guys. Hulk is all alone against a legion of Carnage doppelgangers, plus the man himself, and all the other heroes are going to be out of commission for the next 10 minutes while they have their codexes removed. Now, as we had seen in Spider-Man's own tie-ins, Peter had opted to go protect the children, Dylan and Normie, but whatever became of Eddie Brock? Well, surprisingly, he very bravely or very foolishly, depending on where you stand on this, decided that he was going to go and buy our heroes some time by fighting off the Carnage doppelgangers, even though he had no suit to protect himself. That's not to say he wades into the battle completely nude. He picks up Captain America's shield. After all, he's not going to use it right now, as well as a bunch of Rex Strickland's old anti-symbiote weaponry. Eddie opines in what might very well be his last minutes on Earth how so much has changed for him right now, how before he would never do something so selfless. He's really found his inner hero, and that for once there's no voices in his head telling him what to do. Now, it's while getting mobbed by all of the Carnages that Eddie actually ends up coming face to face with Miles Morales, who also got absorbed into the Carnage hive mind a few issues back. And a nice bit of Donny Cates bringing everything full circle, Eddie takes it upon himself to free Miles from his symbiote madness, much like Miles had did for him back in the very first issue of Venom. Wow, that is a cool attention to detail. With Miles back on the good guys team, it's only a matter of time before Cap and the others start waking up and pushing back the Horde. Sadly, Venom Hulk is not doing nearly as well. As Carnage puts it, "Oh, you think you're bad, huh? Oh, you think you've seen hell? I'll show you some hell. I've seen your green door, Jade Giant, and I want to paint it black." Seriously, round of applause. That is a goddamn great piece of dialogue right there that not enough people will truly appreciate. Now, as Miles lets us know from his time in the Carnage hive mind, for every codex that Cletus absorbs, he only becomes more powerful, and if he can grab the Venom codex for himself, there might be no stopping him. Furthermore, you remember the Maker, that really evil guy who you probably shouldn't have trusted with building the whole machine that was going to remove and destroy the codexes? Yeah, about that, it really only does one of those things. It removes them, but it also just kind of keeps them around too, the Maker no doubt wanting to use them as a bargaining chip in the war to come. And now that Carnage has absorbed the Venom suit off Hulk and taken on a brand new hellish transformation, those codexes might be the only thing that's going to allow Eddie Brock to save the day. You see, with his own suit stolen, he opts to take the codexes into himself. After all, he did it before with Flash's codex in his own solo series. This not only allows him to put the Venom suit back on, but it essentially means he's got a whole legion of Avengers inside his head now, cheering him on and giving him the strength he needs to give chase to Carnage as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Absolute Carnage issue number 4, everybody, and this penultimate issue slows things down considerably in what is essentially a big summer blockbuster of a comic event, and instead tells a lot smaller, more personal story about Eddie. If anything, this issue is actually something of a celebration of how far the character has come, and how having a son and caring about someone outside himself has turned him into a new man, but also put up a lot of roadblocks between him and the symbiote. They've certainly built Carnage and Null up to be a major threat, the likes of which they never have been in a really long time, and I have to wonder how exactly they're going to defeat them and get it over with without the whole thing feeling anticlimactic. Also, I gotta wonder too, once this whole event is over and the story goes back to normal in the Venom book, is Eddie gonna keep these codexes, and if so, is that something he can call on later? It'll be interesting to keep an eye out for sure. Then you got the leftover plot points from all of the different tie-ins that seem to be converging here again in this issue. Again, they're not necessary for your enjoyment of this story, but it's fun to see them referenced. Overall, I'd give this a 7.5.
Hey there everyone, Kate Joel again, and I just want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. And hey, if you enjoyed the book I covered in this issue and want some comics of your own, might I recommend Book Depository? It's my #1 place for shopping for comic book trades. You get a great price, and if you use my link down in the description, you'll actually be helping me out at the same time. You get something, I get something, everybody wins, right? So until next time everyone, I've been Joel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.